Greetings and salutations, my name is JW608 and today I am playing StarMade. And we are still refitting this Power 1 ship, the NMS Red ship, I believe was the name of it. And I have relogged into the game only to find myself in somewhat of a predicament. Namely, I'm stuck. So, let's rectify this. Oh, let's not rectify it like that. Let's pull this block out. And come in here and swap that out with, what is that? That's white crystal? Let's swap that out with glass door. In fact, let's slab it as well. Why not do a quarter slab? There we go, because glass door matches fairly well with white crystal. It's not super obvious. Actually, that's a pretty good match. You know, if you actually look at it for a little bit and examine, you'll say, hey, that one's different. But if you don't, you won't. So that way, I can go ahead and fill this block in, or fill this in down here and not have to worry about it. Well, there's a hatch there. Okay, let's get rid of the hatch then. Let's see. And what am I doing? I don't know what I'm doing. Let's stick another one of them there. If I recall, last time, we, I don't want those visible. Last time we were tweaking this vessel so we could shoot our modified cannon and run our thruster at the same time. You know what? I think I do want a little more of that secondary cannon in here. So let's go ahead and replace some of them blocks. Let's see what 60% does. Where am I? 65%. Oh, why not go 70? 71. There we go. That's a better rate of fire. I still can't fly and shoot at the same time. I can, but it drains my power fairly quickly. And I don't even have shields on this thing. Huh. Alright, so let's up our reactor. And looking at it, we're at, come on, where are you? Stabilization 100%, because I put down a whole bunch of these come on, brain, work with me, not against me. A whole bunch of these stabilizers. There we go. And I got that side too. Huh. That's the problem with refitting a spaceship, especially one you're unfamiliar with. So I don't have a clue where anything is. Let's see. Where's my stabilization? We're just gonna go until we run out of stabilization. Okay, there we go. We're gonna make those different, or make those not different. Stabilization. Good grief, how much? Oh, there we go. There, now I can fly and shoot. There, that's the ticket. Alright, now let's see. According to this, what was our old shields? The shields of the original was 17,000 cap, 456 recharge. So let's see if we can get somewhere close. 17,456. We're going to call it 17,500 for ease of memory. So leave a little room for our reactor to grow, unless... Uh-oh. So it's upkeep. Oh, I already have a handful of capacity I put in here beforehand. As if we go down to shields, I have 3,000. Oh, I have 3,000 capacity already because I put those down as filler blocks, if I recall. Let's see. And it was whining because upkeep wasn't as great as capacity. Go. So let's see. Our recharge is at 35. Let's see if we can't take that up. Recharge is 100, 110. Why is that block red? Well, it was red because it thought I was trying to make a new shield reactor. And for all fairness, I was making a new shield reactor, but it wasn't the end goal. And the ship gets cranky when it has overlapping shield reactors, or generators, rechargers, whatever you want to call them. There we go. I said 500 for good measure. Exactly 495. Come on, get back in there. Let's pull that out and do like that. Exactly 500. I still cannot shoot and fly at the same time. So let's up the reactor a bit. And when you up the reactor, you have to up the stabilization, which I have plenty of room in here. So I have lots of room in here for stabilization and all those good things. Might leave... Nah, I'm not going to leave a gap, because that's... It's just ice. Okay. My stabilization is up to 100%. Alright, so now let's... Because we weren't too far off from... See, notice 100%. Make sure we're going to keep around the 100% mark. We weren't too far off from... There we go. Oops. There we go, 100%. There we go. Now we're using 80% to fly and shoot. And run our shields. Alright, so now let's get our shield capacitors. And throw some capacity onto our shields, but 17,000 was the goal. That's 7, that's 9, that's 1250. Oops. And that is 20,000, which is well above our target of 17,000 cap. Let's see, how many power blocks do I have? I have 227 reactor blocks. This required 272 power blocks, 217 stabilizers. Notice that is 10 less. Well, yeah, 10 less because you get 10 free reactor blocks that don't need stabilization. Nice of Schema to do that for us, or Quickfire, or whoever actually implemented that change. So let's hit thrusters. We're still at 3.8, top speed of 410. Let's see if we can take that like 450. 451 works. And I can still move and shoot. That's the big thing, moving and shooting. For testing power, move and shoot, or you can press Y to reboot your system. That causes everything to go into... Wait a minute. Y. No, I guess that doesn't work as well as I thought. Y causes everything to go into cooldown mode, which forces... come on, brain, work with me. Which forces everything to charge the maximum energy it would charge, apparently, except thrusters don't fire. I'm only using 14% of my reactor for thrusters. Actually, that's a pretty nice little rapid fire unit we got going there. Take out a single standard armor. All right, so before I get any further, I would like to put down a faction module, and we're going to put it right here, like in the a control panel or something. And let's grab another decorative block to stick over here. There we go. So that way I can faction this thing. Oh, I have extras. Right, so now I believe the last part of this equation was dual beam weapons. So let's rearrange my hotbar. There we go. For moving things from one slot to the other in the hotbar, at least in my installation of StarMade, deletes it. So, or at least deletes it from the hotbar. So let's grab a... Where are you, beam? Beams and cannons need different colors. Alright. What was this? This was a beam damage pulse. Okay. So we're gonna go with a heat beam. Because that's roughly equivalent. Not really, but sort of. So let's pull this off and let's go with our beam here and our secondary computer. So beam. Now the problem with beam pulse, or beam pulse, beam pulse is true, and beam missile is they're expensive. And I hear some people crying, what on earth is beam pulse? Back in the Dark Ages, we had pulse weapons, which were absolutely positively worthless, but really fun to use. But their real joy came when as a secondary system. As a secondary system, they were the best thing since sliced cheese. They took everything to the next level. Like I believe a close equivalent would be a sniper shot for the beam, except in this case we're going to go with the damage beam. There we go. That's not doing much, because it doesn't have any secondary weaponry. So let's charge it and start to fly around. It only takes 70%. Okay, we can deal with that. So now let's add some secondary weaponry. Well, why not? Let's add it in here. Now, actually, a different combination might suit this better, but I'm going with the heat ray because just the nature of damage pulse. Let's go 100%. 100%. All right. So let's see, what does 100% cost? I can shoot and fly all at the same time with it. Oh, right. Then that's what I want. We're also going to pop a hole here, and nope. I'm going to pop a hole here. This is going to be my own addition. So I'm going to grab some red, not a red advanced, red standard, and a little bit of camera. Stick a camera here. Oops, looking at red on red is, there we go. Ah, and here's our nose camera. So that way I can see what's going on a little better for building purposes. And for flying and shooting and whatnot. Okay. So, what have we done? We have basically recreated that ship here. Now, here's a question. Can I fit any... Oh, yeah, I can fit 20 chambers. For a ship like this, I'm not thinking it really needs FTL because looks like mostly a fighter ship. At least that's the vibe I'm getting as Starfighter. So I'm not really thinking it needs FTL or logistics or anything like that. Pop that in there. There we go. I like that bit. That's okay. You can see those stabilizers. That's fine. Oh, I like that covered down there. Anyway, but I'm seeing basically a fighter. So let's see if we can, or what are good chambers for a fighter? Well, let's see. Let's pull up. I'm thinking top speed. At least 3 levels of top speed. Let's see, what else might there be? Maybe a defense chamber? I don't know if I can really fit both in. Distance, jump. Tell you what, I'm going to give it a think, and we will come back next time and see if there's even enough room to cram a defense. I think there is. But I'm going to give it a little time. I'm going to sleep on it and see what type of chambers this thing would like. Oh, and I want to save this as an NMS red basic. All right. So there we go. I'm thinking top speed, but I'll have to think about other chamber choices. So we'll add a chamber and maybe even do a test on this thing next time. Anywho, I have been JW608. This has been StarMade, and I will do you cats later.